Hey, this is Jason with MacHowDoI.com. Today we want to look at how to set up parental controls on your Mac. A lot of people think that you have to buy separate software to have parental controls for your kids on your iMac or MacBook Pro or whatever. All of this actually comes installed on Mac OS X 10.8 Mountain Lion. So that's what we're going to look at. It's pretty easy to set up, so this shouldn't take very long, but I want to walk you through it. So let's go to System Preferences, where we set all of this up. Now, in System Preferences, you'll notice in the System header, you have Parental Controls. Let's go there. Now, I've got a guest user account, but the first thing you've got to do is authenticate. And so you'll type in your administrator password here. I've got a guest user account set up just for this demo here. You select the account and then choose Enable Parental Controls. Now we won't go through all the details of this, but you'll see a few different sections here. You can have them use a real simple version of the Finder, a lot easier for younger kids to use. You can limit the type of applications. Now keep in mind that App Store apps have ratings, and this is where you get to choose the rating that's appropriate for this particular user. You're going to make sure everything is age appropriate with these settings. You can set up your dashboard widgets, other apps, and then App Store here. And then it goes through all the apps that you've purchased, okay, through the App Store there. You can also set up logs. It will let you know what websites have been visited, what websites have been blocked, what applications have they used. So if you have more of an unrestricted access, probably with maybe a teenager you've got, when you're working with them on the safe places to go on the internet and how to use the internet responsibly and use their computer responsibly, you've got logs that show where they go. So if you have unrestricted access on them, you get to kind of keep them accountable with these logs. Next, you've got web. This is where you can decide how much access they've got to websites. You can set up your own lists of places they can go or not go, or set up very specific lists of websites here. And this is the only place you can go on the internet. So especially for young kids, this is probably a great option. This section here will determine whether or not they can connect with multiplayer games in Game Center, whether or not they can add friends, and then also what kind of contacts they can make using mail and messages. Time limits is a really terrific feature if you've got a kid who, like I was, completely loses track of time and doesn't realize they've been sitting on the computer for a couple hours playing a game or something. So you can limit computer use on weekdays, change it for the weekends. You can say, look, bedtime between 8 o'clock p.m. and 6 a.m. on school nights, not going to use this computer. But on the weekend, we're going to make that a little bit later, between 10 a.m. and 7 a.m. this computer's off limits. So you are in control of when your child can use the Mac. And there's a couple other settings here on the last tab. The use of dictation, no problem there. Hide profanity, no, I don't need to do that. So there's a couple other options there, and you can decide on that. So there's no need to go out and buy any extra software. You can just use these settings in System Preferences and set it up by using a different account for each child. And if you've got a teenager in the house, they've got settings that are appropriate for them. And if you've got a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old, they've got settings that are great for younger kids, using everything that's right here. And that's how you set up parental controls. So thanks for watching. Come back and visit MacHowDoI.com for more video tips, tutorials, and articles. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So we will see you next time. Thanks.